Hey everyone, Mark Serrano here with Pro Pitcher Guide, and today we're going to be talking about arm care. Specifically, this video is going to be talking about arm care before we throw. Okay, so make sure before we even do this, we have a nice warm-up routine where our body's nice and warm, we're stretching a little bit, and then from there we can get into our pre-throw arm care warm-up routine. So we're going to need a few things for this. One is a band similar to this. It's not too heavy, okay, but it's going to give us some resistance. So what I like to start with is band pull-aparts. So the way to do this is get your band, put your hands out in front of you, make sure the band has some resistance right here, okay? We don't want to start with a band like this, and then we don't want to start with our arms too far wide, okay? So for me, I'm going to get right here. All we're going to do is we're going to pull it apart, okay? Right there. That's all we're doing. As you get good at it, you can rep it pretty fast. We want to make sure we're coming all the way back here to where it starts at resistance, and then pull it as far back as we can. Another key we want to worry about is make sure we're using these muscles, the upper back muscles, and not the trap muscles right here, okay? So if it's the band is too heavy for us, we're going to be going like this. We're going to be activating the wrong muscles, okay? So make sure our traps are down, our back's pulled back like this, and we're pulling with these muscles right here, okay? So I like to do 50 of these before I throw, just 50 pull aparts, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 50. If you're younger, you can start off for 15, 20, 25 and build up from there, okay? So the next thing we're gonna need is a little bit of a lighter band like this. So this is very, very light. So now we're gonna warm up our shoulders. We just did our back a little bit. So now we're gonna focus on the smaller muscles right here in the back of our shoulders. So what I like to do is wrap it in my hands like this. And all it is keep your elbows tight to your hips right here. And there we go. We want to activate these little muscles, external rotation right here. So you're going to give me 20 this way. Okay. Now, thumbs up, same thing. External up. External rotate out. Again, 15, 20. You can build up from there. So the next thing after we do that, we're going to want to get either some Jaeger bands or some bands kind of like this, something that goes into the fence. Okay. So I like these because they obviously have a handle. So I like to grip it. So these are called the alphabet series. So there's an alphabet series. We call that the alphabet series because we're going to be making letters, obviously. So the first one we're going to be doing is eyes, okay? So I look like a capital I, right? We're going to go here, eyes. The ones after that are Ys. So now we're going out like here, like a Y. The next one are Ts. So we're going to begin here, making a T. The next one after that is M's, right here. Boom. And then the last one we do is, depending on who you talk to, they're either called 90-90 external rotations, or looks like a W too, right? So we can call it a W. Go right there. Okay, so again, make sure when we're doing these exercises, our traps are not involved. Okay, we don't want to be coming up like this. So if you're doing it, or your kid's doing it, or one of the players you're working with is doing it, if you see him struggling to get it back here, and he's using his traps a lot, get him closer to the fence or try to find bands that are a little bit lighter. So let's get into the eyes right here. So here are the eyes, boom. Now the Ys. Now the Ts. The M's. Now let's get into the 90-90s or the W's, external rotation right here. So this is an important one right here, okay? Because a lot of kids, when they do this, especially first time they started doing this, you will see them drop their elbows below their shoulders, okay? That's a big, big no-no. We want to keep the elbows parallel with the shoulder as we're doing it, okay? So now we're going to do the same exact thing and reverse it. So now we're going to go the opposite direction. So we're going to go to the eyes right here. See, notice on this one, we're not going, our range of motion isn't too far, right? We don't want to go all the way forward. We don't need to do that. Just right here is fine. Same thing with the Ys. The range of motion is not too far. Okay, then we come here, T's. Range of motion of this one is full. Okay, and then the M's. So with the M's, make sure we're not coming with our our palms facing out. We want our palms facing backwards, okay? And this one's full range of motion too. And then the W's or 90-90s, external rotation. Okay, so again, with this one, we're focusing on using this part of our back. So if we start seeing that we're using this, that means the weight is too heavy. Okay, so make sure you either get a little bit closer to the fence or you get a band that's a little bit lighter. So now that we warmed up our shoulders and our upper back, let's warm up our elbow a little bit, okay? So what I like to do, these are called light bulb twist-ins and twist-offs, okay? So it's simple. We're gonna reach up here, we're gonna act like we're twisting in the light bulb. Keep it 15, 20, and then we reverse it. 15, 20. And that's it. That's how you warm up your arm before we throw. And now we're ready to throw. We're ready to long toss. We're ready to get into a game.